Should I wear this? I don't know. Should I? I don't know, man. It's not even spring, so I don't know if I should even wear this, but... Hi, everyone! So, today I am going to be doing first impressions on the manga series Happiness, as I said before in my last Manga Madness episode, which was on One Punch Man. I said I was going to be doing a first impressions on this series. So far, I've only read the first volume. I ordered the second one because I liked the first one, although it hasn't come in yet. It actually might have come in today. I'm probably going to check, although I'm going to have to walk through a lot of snow. So, I mean, it's worth it. So, Happiness is about a boy in high school who is attacked by a woman who seems to be a vampire. And he's given the choice to either die or become like her. And he chooses to not die, and therefore, in that way, decides to become like her. And then, from then on, the story is about how he deals with, basically, being a vampire. The main character, he's kind of a wimp, and he doesn't really realize that he's actually a vampire until later on in the series. In Volume 1, he's pretty oblivious to it, and he just thinks that he's ill. Although I don't want to spoil too much on what happens, so I'm not going to give you full-on details. And this was written by the same person who wrote Flowers of Evil, as you can see here. Flowers of Evil, also known as Akunohana, I think so. I'll put the name here, but I know one of the names for the series is Flowers of Evil, which Shuzo Oshimi is really well known for. And I saw the anime for Flowers of Evil, but I didn't read the manga. I want to read the manga, however. And Flowers of Evil is pretty dark, and I thought this series might be just as dark, but it isn't as dark as Flowers of Evil was. So, you know. If you guys have seen Flowers of Evil or read it, I saw some similarities between the two. I saw some recurring themes. One thing that I noticed was the mom of the main characters in both the Flowers of Evil and Happiness. They look pretty similar. And I'm sorry if you guys think I'm going off topic, because I'm comparing the two, but this is a mom, and she looks very similar to the mom in Flowers of Evil, so I don't know if that was just meant to be. I don't know. It's been said that later on in the series there are some sexual themes in this series. I actually have come across some. There are definitely little sexual themes. It's not anything explicit, but there are little themes of just like growing up and like figuring out who you are. And that was very similar to like Flowers of Evil. Flowers of Evil revolved more around that. Although in Happiness it's more hinted. It's a little like, side theme. Although the main theme is just vampirism. I at first thought that this was like a Tokyo Ghoul ripoff, because Tokyo Ghoul is also kind of about craving people's blood. Just humans who crave other humans' blood. And I thought that this was just kind of a ripoff of Tokyo Ghoul, but if you read it, you'll notice that there are a lot of differences. So, at first I thought it was going to be a ripoff, but it actually isn't. It's overall pretty good. If you're expecting it to be as dark as Flowers of Evil and you really like super dark anime and manga, then don't expect too much from this, because it isn't as dark. At least so far. One comment that I have is that if they do an anime on this, I just really hope it's not the same animation quality as the anime for Flowers of Evil. If you've heard about the anime for Flowers of Evil, you know that it got a lot of complaints just because of the low quality of the anime. Like the animation. They used nothing was wrong with their animation technique, it's just that the quality was really bad. So I hope that they step up their game with animation if they make an anime of this. And if they make an anime of this, I would definitely watch it. I just hope that the animation quality is better. Overall, I give this manga probably an 7 or an 8 out of 10. It didn't blow my mind or anything like Flowers of Evil, which was pretty disturbing, but still an anime. Skype, stop! I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it distracts me when my Skype just goes off and I'm like, what? It went off again. I'm turning it off. I'm putting it on Do Not Disturb. I'm doing it right now. Okay. There we go. As I said before, I give this a 7 or an 8 out of 10. And it didn't blow my mind, but it's still a good series, and I enjoyed it. I've been enjoying it so far. I haven't finished the whole thing yet. Although, I did really enjoy Flowers of Evil just because I thought it was really kind of daring with the plot. And it had a lot of messages that were kind of hard to wrap your head around, but I really like that kind of literature. And just see a manga and anime series that was like that just really blew my mind. So I guess because of seeing Flowers of Evil, I kind of had high expectations for this. Although I didn't have like a mind-blowing time reading this guy. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't read it. I think it's still nice. It was a nice story. And it was entertaining. It just didn't blow my mind, you know? One thing, however, that I think in my mind puts this manga series ahead of the game, and I think it's a really nice touch, is that they have little translation notes where they tell you what certain Japanese terms that they use mean. For example, and they'll show you like what page the term was used. For example, page 11, melon ball and French dog. They explain what that is. And then page 19, Tatsuya, they explain what that is. And I think that's really cool because then you can learn a bit about Japanese culture and just Japanese terms. And it's not like you're kind of just blind and lost when you're reading and you're like, I have no idea what a melon ball is. And, well, melon bread. I have no idea what melon bread is. I have no idea what curry bread is. You know what I mean? They explain that all to you. So I really like that, and I feel like other manga series should pick up on that and do the same thing, because I feel like that's really nice, and it's a nice quick way to learn a bit more about Japanese culture, because it's only like 2 pages and most of it's pictures, so that's really cool. So yeah, I really like that touch. And then of course they have the little advertisements for their manga you can get. This one really made me laugh. Maria the Virgin Witch. I didn't know that was a thing, but apparently it is. I don't know if I'm gonna read that, but it just made me laugh. She uses a... It's all about purity and power. Oh man. Yeah, that's about it. If you have any questions, I can answer them down below if you ask them. And I will put a link to Volume 1 down below so you can get started. And as long as you find Volume 1 through the link, you'll be able to find all the other volumes pretty easily. And I'll see you guys next time. The next manga I am doing first impressions on is going to be Death Note. And I know Death Note's been around for forever, but I never got around to reading it until recently. And I thought I'd add in just a little update every episode of the series, what anime and manga I'm watching or reading, of course. But currently the anime that I'm watching, there's several. I'm watching Yuri on Ice, I'm watching Death Note, and I'm literally on episode 11 of Food Wars, so I'm almost done with that, and those are the 3 anime I'm watching. As for manga, I'm finishing this up as soon as I get the next volume. I'm also still on One Punch Man because I'm just slow on manga, and I haven't started Death Note yet, but I got the first book in the Black series, I think that's what it's called. Basically when they have the black books with 2 volumes in one. And those are what I'm going to be reading, and I am reading so far. So just as an update, in case you guys are wondering what I'm reading. So yeah, that's what I'm reading and that's what I'm watching. As I said before, if you have any questions or whatever, just put them down below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!